Hi, you're welcome to Johnson Praise TV. My name is Johnson Praise, and this video is all about information in society. In my previous video, or my first video, we were able to delve more into the various types of information, the daily encounter with information, information escalation, and uses of information. Today, we are going to look at the various definitions of information and also look at what a public library is. We'll also delve more into the information pyramid, that is data, information, knowledge, wisdom. We'll delve more into that aspect. We'll also look at public information, private information, and so on and so forth. Today is going to be a long day, and I will entreat you to hit on the notification bell or the subscribe button to give me a follow. Please don't forget to do that to encourage us to release more videos. If you really support this idea, kindly smash that notification bell and make sure you give us a follow to join our growing community. More videos will be coming. So even I see some of you complaining that we've been missing lectures and so on and so forth, but this is going to help you, and what you are going to do will really help you to understand the concept very well. So please don't make sure you subscribe to my channel, and please don't forget to share it with your friends, those on your platforms. A lot of them are going through challenges. They don't even know what information to follow. So please, when you get some of these things, please share it on your platforms with your colleagues to encourage them to encourage them to also study. Some just want the means, or they want the ways that they can actually study, but they don't really have this kind of information. So please, information is very, very important. You're information study student, so if it is valuable to you, make sure you share it with other people. Thank you for your time. Let's get started. Okay, so today we are going to look at what information is: public domain information, private information, personal information, sources of information, and what have you, like I've already discussed. So let's go straight to the point. A lot of scholars have come up with their own definition for information. More than 4,000 scholars, or 400 scholars have come up with their own definition for information. But we are coming to focus on some few definitions and how they are useful to this course. So in the year 1988, according to some research that was conducted in the year 1988, it means that more than 4,000 definition of information has been presented. So these scholars came up with more than 400 definitions for information. Let's take some of these definitions. According to Porat, Porat 1977. All these scholars, pay attention and take note of it. They can ask you in your eyes that they will give you the definition and ask you to present or identify the kind of scholar that gave that definition. So you must be able to do that. Okay, so according to Porat 1977, he stipulated that information is data that has been organized and communicated. How do we explain this? Any information that has been organized, any data that has been organized and communicated. Let me explain it this way. When I come to your class and I ask you to give me your names, and I give me your ages, let me put it in this context. If I ask you to give me only your age, and I start writing, so person A, I write 20, person B, I write 22, 23, up to 40. So I start collating data from people within the age of 20 to 30. You get it? If after taking this data, 18, 20, 25, 30, if I do all these things and I ask you to tell me to interpret this kind of information to be very difficult. Or if I decide to, if I start writing, giving some numbers or figures, and I start writing I write Q, I write Z, and I ask you to interpret this information, it will be very difficult. But when I add value to it, it becomes what? Information. Let me put it this way. After taking or collating those figures from the number of people, the various people, okay, or your colleagues, and then if I start stating that from I state that 20% of the people in information studies class are within the age of 20 to 25. It is what? Information, because I have organized it. Do you get it? I have organized it. The beginning, it wasn't what? Organized information. So I have organized it, and I'll be able to get the number of people that fall within that age range. Do you understand it? People that fall within that age range, 20 and 10, 25. And I said 20% of these people, which means that even after organizing, putting them together, counting and getting the number, I have to convert it to what? A mathematical figure. Just to what? Get you an information. And then I can after maybe converting, I can say, okay, from 25 to 27, I'll what? 25 years to 27, they constitute the majority, which is what? 47%. Do you get it? I am communicating to you. I'm giving you information. It is something that you what? You did not know. Okay? You didn't know that these things what? Or the number, we didn't know that we had what? 47 of the people in information studies class were within the age of what? 25 and 27. But with the information that I gathered, the data I gathered, I was able to add value to it, and it is what? Making sense here. So if a data is what? Organized and communicated, then it is what? Information. But if you organize and you don't communicate it, so that is what? Porat definition. Pay attention. Let's look at Marshall and Mansfield. Okay, Marshall and Mansfield, that is 1985. He also defined information as what? First, he came with three core aspects, okay, or three core dimensions, okay, of information. So let's look at these core figures or core the framework that he came up with for the concept of what? Information. So these are the framework of his definition. He says that increasing the state of knowledge of the recipient. So here he is trying to tell you that information increases someone's what? Knowledge. Okay, a recipient, when you try to increase the knowledge of a recipient, as I am here, I know that I know nothing about my girlfriend cheating on me. It's an example. If you come and tell me that I saw your girlfriend cheating on you, you have increased what? My knowledge. As I'm here, I know nothing that Ken Oforiatta has been what? Dismissed. If you come and tell me that, oh, the president has reshuffled Ken Oforiatta, you have increased my knowledge. So if I go out and people are making argument about the decision of the president, I can also see something. But if I have no idea, I have no idea. That is one aspect of what Marshall and then Mansfield definition. They also say resolving uncertainty. When you talk of resolving uncertainty, it is all about you trying to what? Find an answer to, or trying to what? Clear a doubt. As I'm here, I have some doubt about certain things. Okay, I've been hearing as whether Nanado has reshuffled the information minister. Some people say he has reshuffled the information minister. Others are also saying no. So get it. So when you try to clear that one, assuming as I am here, then I receive information from the how do you call it? The presidency. With a signature from the chief of staff saying that these people have been what? Reshuffled. I just cleared that doubt that I had. Okay, and you can think of any other things that are really running through your mind. There are some people that are saying, let's even go, let's in this transfer market, people that are into football, people are saying, oh, Mbappe is going to Madrid. Some are saying, oh, he's not going to Madrid, he's going to other team. You are here, you're having doubt in your mind until Mbappe himself comes out clearly to say that he has been what, reshuffled. You are what, it will clear that doubt. But if he hasn't come out, or maybe some reliable journalist like Fabrizio hasn't come out to clarify that thing, there will still be what, doubt until that thing is clarified. So that's why we say what, resolving uncertainty, resolving uncertainty. And also value in decision making. What is value in decision making? When information, it aims what, to give you value in decision making. If you have information, it is very easy to what, make decisions. People that have information have power. Those who are into power, doing political science in level 400, you learn something that we call power knowledge. With power knowledge, it means a person that has information has a knowledge over you, or has power over you. Or anyone that has knowledge over you or information over you has power over you. Go to the hospital, the doctors over there, what do? The doctors, some of them, there are some few details who they only know how to maybe measure your temperature level, and they have taught them how, if somebody is experiencing this kind of symptoms, give the person this medication. You don't have that knowledge. That's why if you fall sick, you go to hospital. Should you know all these things? Do you think you go to hospital when you fall sick, or you know the kind of sickness you are going through, or the kind of pain you are going through is just malaria or diarrhea? Do you think you go to hospital? So you don't know. That's why you don't have that information. That's why you are going to hospital. So it gives you what, value in decision making. So information is very, very important. It's what, an indispensable factor in this world. Let's look at, now we are done with what, Marshall and Mansfield definition. They came up with what, three core dimensions for the concept of what, information. And they are saying that information is what, increasing the state of what, increasing the state of knowledge of a recipient. 2, resolving uncertainty. 3, value in decision making. These are what, this is one of the framework of their definition. The second framework is that resolving, okay, I've already explained that. The second is resolving uncertainty, and the third is what, decision, value in decision making. So let's go to Dell 1985. Okay, Dell 1985. Let's look at what Dell 1985 came up with. Dell 1985 says that information is a record of resolved uncertainty. So when you talk of something being a record, it is something that has been captured, that has been actually recorded, okay, or that has been stored, saved. Do you get it? So it says that the information is a record. So it means that it's something that you have been what, be saved. It's something that you have actually what, put it where. Do you get it? So a record of what, resolve uncertainty. So when you talk of a record can be in a form of what, documented or undocumented information. Do you get it? But it comes what, to resolve uncertainty. So information always come to resolve uncertainty. So that is what Dell's definition. So all these things, you could see some of these problems you are finding it difficult to understand, or some of these things you have been looking for it. The answers are there. So the answers come in a form of what, information. They ask you, what is information? You have no idea about what information is until you read the slides. So the slide has been documented in such a way that if you are looking for that information, that kind of what, detail, okay, you can go through your slides and know, or they ask you about data, you don't know data, but whilst the information is already in your slides, you open the slides, which is already documented, you get to know it. Or currently there's this song, Sarkodie's song, okay, that he just released recently. Otan has been going on. You don't really have the lyrics. So when you go online and you search for lyrics for Otan, you'll be able to know all the words Sarkodie use, or you listen to the audio and pay attention to, you'll be able to know. So it is what? A record of resolve uncertainty. Let's move to Presley quoted in his. Okay, so let's look at how Presley quoted in his, and that is in the year 1992. So he says that information denotes stimulus that alters cognitive structure in the receiver. This one, if you are not a psychologist, you will understand this. So we say information denotes what? Any stimulus. Okay, when we talk of stimulus is how you react, your body react to information, receive and react to information. If you are there and someone touches you, you have experienced what we call the stimulus. Your body will react towards it. Also, stimulus in some way is in a form of what? Stimulus is in a form of like how you receive, how your body receive, and then react to information. Do you get it? So it says that information denotes any stimulus that alters cognitive structure. In the cognitive structure also what? It is a state whereby your body react to certain information. Okay, the cognitive structure. When we talk of, let me give you, before then, let me just take you to the cognitive process. The cognitive process is how we receive, store, and transfer information. So do you get it? How we receive, store, and transfer. Our mind receive, store, and transfer information. So it means that it's a information is denote that any stimulus that alters cognitive structure in the receiver. So it means that anything that causes you to react, okay, that causes you to react. Let me give you an example. If you are here in the year 2011, when we all heard the death of President Mills, the late Professor Mills. What we heard is he's dead. Okay, we all reacted to it. People were crying. So you see, it was what if that's what we call information. So according to Presley Presley, he says that something that causes you to react, that causes your mind, or that causes some change, some transformation in your reaction, or in your body, in your mind, the way you perceive things, the way you see things. Do you get it? That is what he's trying to tell us. So something that causes the body to react, something that causes you to what? To take certain decisions, or actually what? Maintain some form of energy. That is what we call the cognitive structure. And he says that he said that something that the receiver already knows is not information. So according to Presley, if you know something and they tell you it's not a news, it's not a news. You are there that somebody will come and tell you that Professor Mills is dead. With that one, what will you do? You will never, Master Bibi say atiabre. That's what you tell the person. You see, you didn't react towards it. So Presley's definition about information is on point. You get it? You already know Professor Mills is dead already. Or as you are here, they say Ghana Black Stars have been eliminated from the AFCON. Something that we have already reacted to it. Something that we've all seen it. We've reacted to it already. We have reacted on that issue. We've spoken our mind to the government. We've spoken our mind to the sports ministry. And even recently there was a demonstration. People have already demonstrated, and you are now coming to tell me that Black Stars have been eliminated. So to him, to Presley, these kind of things are not information. Things that you already know are not regarded as what? Information. But information that are what? Things that are what? That causes your body to react, or that causes that gives you certain what? Ideas, certain new things, okay? Things you've not experienced already, giving you that kind of new experience. Imagine you receiving a visa, or you receiving a scholarship to study in Canada, you are going to react towards it. You are going to jubilate. Do you get it? So this is what we call what? Information. That is what Pesley says. And he also asserted that, something that what it's already known is not regarded as information. That is one of the things he said. Let's take a look. As you are here, then they come and tell you that, oh, one of your best friends have passed on. You are going to react. Oh, Charlie, you see, it causes a cognitive what? It causes what? It alters cognitive structure in the way you do your things. If you're busy dancing now, your mood will change because of information you receive. And so for me, somebody with little political science background, little sociology background, little psychology background, little information studies background, and if I'm with you and all of a sudden your mood change, especially with mood swings like this, you see, if you are there, if information studies today, you could see, especially these things normally happen with the ladies. Okay, you can be there with the person and the person mood will change. So it could be that the person has received information that she is not happy with. That mood swing that you normally see could be somebody has maybe decided to break up with her. Somebody has decided to play nonsense with her. Somebody has decided. So you see, the person's face will change. You can be there with somebody within a twinkle of an eye. You see, all this thing could be information that the person has received. So you have to pay attention to these things when you are dealing with people. Let's look forward to, I like Pesley's definition. I am Peslinian, or Peslinian. That is, they call me Peslinian. Say Peslinian. Let's move on to International Standards Organization. That is ISO. They postulated that information is the meaning that human assigns to data by means of human conventions used in their representation. So it says information is the meaning that human assigns to what? Data. So when humans assign meanings to data, the data, the meanings can be in a form of what? Language. Okay? It can be in a form of language. It can be in a form of what? Written words. And so the meanings we assign to these kind of things, you can read something and convert it in your mind. It can be visual. Do you get it? You can watch something in a visual form and you convert it to what? An oral form. Do you get it? So when you are watching movie, how you communicate, how you convert. Okay, that's what we say. He says what? The conversion used in their representation. So when you watch movie, how you convert that kind of thing, or you are there, a lady, okay, and a guy winks at you, or be able, like, what do you get it? You convert it. You'll be able to convert and add interpretation to it. So the representations, how you see it, or you are there, then somebody will just use his hand to what? To just what? Or be using it like the person has like I don't know, some of these signs. You see, there's a sign that the person will use his stamp, okay, and then the person will use his stamp like that. One is an insult, or somebody doing some sign, something that shows disrespect, the person's posture. So that one, as you are there, you see it already. One will say, oh, nipa no ne reaction, the way the person is showing it there, on permasem, the person didn't talk to you, but how you represent that information, how you convert it. Oh, this person, I don't think this man wants to talk to me. If this man wants to talk to me, the moment I greeted him, he would have maybe responded. Or if the moment he saw me, would have been happy. So to the information that you are getting from the man is that he doesn't want to do anything with you, or in a form of a conversation. You are talking, you get to a point that you are talking, the person is not minding you again. So the visual representation, or how do you call it? It says that information is the meaning that a human assigns to data by means of human conversion. So how we convert that kind of signal. It can be non-verbal form, it can be written, it can be visual. So how would you will represent this information? How we represent them? It is what? It is what we call information. Do you get it? So you'll be there. You see somebody at once now, they say, this person, I think this person likes me. Because of what? The sign that or the signal that you have gotten from the person. The person didn't really even talk to you, but you'll be able to convert the person's action and give what? A meaning to it. That's what the International Standards Organization see as information. Let's look at Bebon's, Hans, and then Cronin, 1988. Their definition says that cognitive state of awareness being informed by giving what? A representation in physical form or data. So that is what they are saying. So it is what? Cognitive state of awareness. So I've explained the cognitive state. When you talk about cognitive, it's about your mental process, how you perceive things, how you see things, how you receive information, how you transfer it or you retrieve it, and how what you communicate that information or store that information. That is what the cognitive state. Okay, so of awareness. So by giving what? Representation in physical form. Do you get it? So how if they give you a book, the moment you start reading it, the moment you start glancing through it, it could be you can either start laughing or just what? From your face because of the things you are reading. Example, when you are watching people's status, you see all of a sudden then you'll be laughing because you have read something that has what? Added knowledge or an awareness to what already you know. It is what? And then the physical representation that facilitates process of what? Knowing. So that is what Debron's, Horn, and then Cronin's definition. Let's look at Buckland 1991's definition. He also asserted that they asserted that information is in what? Three aspects. So this is process, knowledge, and acting. So they said that information is what? A process. Information is a knowledge. Information is a thing. This is what they talk about. Let's look at also Leod and Shaw's 2007 definition. They say information is a process data that is meaningful. So it is similar to this first definition. That is according to it is similar to Porat's definition. Porat says information is a data that has been organized and communicated. So Porat and MacLeod, they share similar definition. MacLeod and Shell, okay, share the same definition, but just like one says data that has been communicated, data that has been what? Processed and communicated. And also say information is what? A process data that is meaningful. So the only difference is here something that has been communicated, something that is meaningful. So this lies MacLeod and then Shell what? Put their emphasis on what? The meaningfulness of information, while this one also what? Also lay emphasis on what? How it is being communicated. That is the difference. Let's look at the last aspect. Then we go to the information pyramid. So Davis, that is Benon Davis, he says that information is data plus sense making. So information is what? The data plus sense making. So information depends on and cannot be separated from the answer that are what? That are to be inferred from particular data. So what they are trying to say, data plus sense. That is what Beyond and Davis, data and then sense. So when you get the data, it should make sense and already know what the data is. And I've explained making sense means if you are there and I start writing 2, 4, I, 70, Q, what it doesn't make sense. So it is what? It cannot be regarded as what? Information. That is it. Let's look at the information pyramid. So in describing the information pyramid simply means the information The information pyramid represents what? A continuum in which information develops from what? Symbols, data, information, knowledge, and finally the acquisition of wisdom through what? Knowledge. So the information pyramid is how is the continuous process or the transformation or the process in which what? Data is how symbols are transferred into data, and then from data to information, from information to knowledge, and then from knowledge to wisdom. This is all about the information pyramid. So when you take let's first of all let's talk about the symbols. We have symbols, this like the letters. You have K, I, E, and stuff. So when you pick something like B, and then you add E and S and then T to it, you what? It will become what? Best. So these kind of symbols, when you put more symbols together, you are likely to have a data, and when you put these data together, you are going to what? Have information, and after having the information, you are going to have what? You're going to get knowledge from that information, and that information, that experience you get from that knowledge gives you what? A wisdom. That is it. So when you talk of what? When you talk of data, data is what? The raw fact, figures, signals, and then measurement. These are the raw fact. And when you talk of information is an organized, structured, categorized, useful, condensed, and calculated information, calculated data. So when you try to organize and structure it, categorize it, make it useful, condense it, and calculate it, do you get it? You have what? Information. And then after having this information, assuming I am here and you said, oh, Black Stars have been eliminated from the AFCON 2024. Yes, it is what? Information you have given to me. And it could be, let me start from the scratch. There was a football match. When the football match was being played, we didn't know whether Black Stars are going to qualify or not. So that was, I can regard that stage as what? A data stage, because we needed some results in order to qualify. Is that not it? So that was the data. There was an uncertainty as to whether we are qualifying or not. So when they were playing, unfortunately, Black Stars ended the game with what? A draw or 2-2 scores. And with that one, we got information that Black Stars have been able to draw that game. So after drawing that game, then we started what? That was what? An information. The draw is information. After the draw, then we started what? Doing some calculation. Yes, Egypt too has qualified, and before you be able to qualify, you need to be, they pick only the first two people, the first two teams to progress to the next stage. So with the data, we try to add knowledge to it. Then the knowledge that we added was to do the calculation and realize we ended as the, I think we had, what was our position? Black Stars, I think we're the last or the third, right? And after realizing that was the knowledge, okay? After going through the information that Ghana has been able to draw that match, we try to process that information, and by gaining knowledge from it that at this point the Black Stars have been eliminated. So the process of we doing these calculations, adding some numbers and looking at the top two teams in the league table was the knowledge stage. And then after that, we now develop we now had some kind of wisdom from it. And the wisdom we gain from it is that the local players are being sidelined. If I say someone is being sidelined, it's taking someone out, tactics of elimination. eliminating the local players. Our focus is on these foreign players, and these people come, they play with no passion, they don't do anything for the team. That is what the wisdom we have gained. Do you get it? The wisdom is that people are now saying that next time let us find a good coach. Some are also saying that let us develop our local sports and recruit the best players to play, players with passion to play. So that is what the wisdom we have gained. So in trying to get experience from a knowledge, is what we call what the wisdom. So that is the process. So you see, from symbols to data, from data to information, from information to wisdom. That is the pyramid. Let's look at the categories of what information, or the categorization of information. So we have tangible and intangible information. When you say something is tangible, it's something that you can actually touch, okay? And the intangible are things that you cannot touch physically. So with this one, it should tell you something about tangible information. So tangible information is regarded as a thing. They can ask you this thing in your exams, okay? Tangible information is regarded as they will give you information is as a process. They will add abstract, they will add describe, but you should be able to tell that it's a thing, because if something is tangible that you can touch, then it's thing. Things are some. If you say something is thing, it's thing. There's like it's something that you cannot feel it. So, and also tangible information represent physical objects which can be seen and touched. For example, document. Okay, tangible information is recorded. It may be in a form of written document, printed material, or digitalized information. So that is what a tangible information. And also tangible information appear in different formats like books, periodicals, newspapers, diaries, letters, manuscript, tape, diskette, compact disc, databases, artifacts, and then we also have what microphones, and among others. So these things, they can ask you a manuscript, is it a tangible or intangible information? They can ask you something about diaries, which type of information or which category information is this? And they can ask you about something. They can ask you something about letters, okay? Letters, which category of information is this? So you should be able to tell. So things that are tangible, you can touch them, you can feel them, they are all tangible information. Let us look at the intangible. The intangible information is described as a process or as knowledge. So something else, which is a process you can't touch. You can't touch knowledge. It's something that what you gain through experience. Do you understand it? So that is what intangible. Intangible information are also abstract. They are also in abstract form of information, right? They are in abstract. So when you say something is in abstract, you know, they are not things. They are not things you can touch. Okay, they are in abstract, and also they are also described. The intangible information are described as process when it is performing the function of informing. This thing they will ask you definitely. So when information is performing a function of informing, what is called what? Intangible information. Intangible information. Also, it involves transmitting information from a source to what? A recipient. So when you transmit information from a source to a recipient, the process, you can't touch it. When I'm sending a message to you on via WhatsApp, can I touch the information? I cannot touch it. You get it? It's a process. It's a process that what it goes through. And also intangible information is described as knowledge when it's performing the role of impacting knowledge to an individual where it reduces uncertainty. So when information is impacting knowledge in you, okay, or performing the role of impacting knowledge to an individual, it is what? It is also intangible. That one you cannot touch it. All these things are mentioned and things you cannot touch. But book, manuscript, and things are things you can touch. You can touch letters and this stuff. Okay, so that is it. And let me ask you this question, please. I need your comments. So would you explain, drop the answer under the comment section if you are really following and you are learning. Okay, this is a lecture that I'm having with you. Like the way you join a class and you contribute, this is the same way I want you to contribute. Okay, and you trying to contribute, help you memorize some of the things even in examination hall. So please, I need your explanation on this. This is a take home for you. Do it and drop the answer. We have taken you through the process already. It says that, how would you explain the meaning of information to a layman? Now, someone knows nothing about information. I've given you about 7 definitions of information. How will you explain information to a layman, someone that has no idea? Assuming your grandmother, she asks you to explain what information is to her. Please drop the answer under the comment section. Click on the comment. You will be able to type everything that you think it is and then drop it under it. I will be marking. Don't think I am not online. I am always active. I will mark you whether you are right or wrong. I'll let you know. Also, explain the relationship between symbols, data, information, knowledge, and wisdom. I've taken you through this already, so do that. So we are now coming to our next topic, which is public domain information. I want to take this opportunity to let you know that I'm into digital marketing. I'm a digital marketer, and I promote businesses, companies that are trying to really make impact or actually boost their brands or their digital presence. So get in touch with me. I do a lot of things. That is social media marketing, Facebook advertisement, YouTube or Instagram advertisement. I use so many strategies, market research, and a lot of stuff. Okay, so if you have this kind of ideas that you want to promote, or maybe you now want to establish a new business, you want how to go about it, how to boost or how to make sales, how to sell product, how to actually get more customers to transact with you, get in touch with me on 0545 41 2017 0545 41 2017. Thank you. Let's proceed with public domain information. So we have public domain information. With public domain information is which is known as PDI. So when they ask you PDI, it's the same as public domain information. These things we are doing, they will come plenty in your exam. So whether you like, pay attention to it. If you like to, don't pay attention. At the end of the day, you are going to take the test. Public domain information is a type of information that the general public have access to within the normal requirements of law and commerce. PDI is regarded, when I say PDI, is public domain information. PDI is required, analyzed, and prepared for use in many forms. So we are coming to look at the examples of public domain information include: 1. Information generated by private organizations that perform the public functions. These things I said, whether you like, pay attention, or if you like, don't pay attention, you answer them yourself. So it says that example is information generated by private organizations that perform public functions. Example, water and electricity providers. So they can ask you, which of the following is an example of all the following are this, except then they will give you water and electricity providers. You know that it is it is a public domain information. Why is water and electricity providers public domain information? Those people they are public services they render. Okay, so information pertaining to water and then electricity providers, they make it known if they want to increase the electricity tariff, ECG, PURC, that they are in charge of the regulating the how do you call it, the prices, the utility bills. I see people blaming ECG every day, that ECG for you say whatever, but you know me, I've been with ECG for some time now. ECG doesn't increase what? Tariffs. Those that increase tariffs are what? Public Utility and Regulatory Commission. That is what? PURC. So ECG never increase tariff. It is what? PURC. And even with electricity bill and water bills, they do that. So information pertaining to what? Increment, price increment, they will rather come out to explain that to you. They will give the charges. When they are done, they give the charges to ECG. Then ECG will go through the process, and then they will be able to what? Tell you that this is price per consumption. Let's say like if you are consuming 500 units a month, 500 units of electricity a month, it is equivalent to what? 500 Ghana cedis. If you are consuming, let's say like 1,000 units a month, you are going to pay 2,000 Ghana cedis a month. So mostly it depends on the unit of electricity that you consume that determines what? The price. There are some months you see that you purchase high electricity. There are some months too that what? You purchase what? Low. If the things you use, some of you when you are going out, you don't even switch off what? Your light are always on and stuff. Those things. And if you are using things like air conditions, be expected to pay more. Things that are I'm also using this opportunity to educate you on electricity issues. Things that really heat. Okay, something like fridge, something like air condition, something like or how do you call it? Microwave. These things generate a lot of electricity. They really generate a lot of electricity. Fan, some of the iron, okay, they generate a lot of electricity with especially the electric cooker. The electric cooker, if you are using electric cooker, that one, within like an hour the unit generates. If I show you the data, it is too much. So please, this, so I was just trying to educate you on these small things. We are not doing ECG issues here, but issues pertaining to electricity and then what? Water are out public information, because it is being used by the public, so they make it known. Let's look at information about threat to the environment. So if something is threat to the environment, like the way we dump rubbish everywhere, we discriminate, or we dump refuse in the public spaces, they make sure that they come out to educate us that when we do this, we end up killing the fertilities in the soil, or the nutrients in the soil, to get to a point when we plant anything there, it will not work. So they make it as known of that danger. It is public information. This information, you can't keep it private. When you do that, the community will collapse. The environment will be experiencing a lot of mental and health issues, right? So they have to make it known to you. So example, health or human rights issues that are of public concern, something like coronavirus. The moment the disease started in China, people started broadcasting and educating us here, whilst it has not even entered, because it is of public concern, or of it's information for the general public. And also we have information about corruption. Any issue pertaining to corruption is a public information. Do you get it? Because corruption issue, let's say like someone has been able to dupe the country, take a lot of money. Let me exact there are so many corrupt issues or scandals in the country, which you can mention them. I'll mention one for you to align me to a political party, but you know of some of these corrupt acts that have happened in the country. There are things we should tell the citizens to desist from it. So we call it public information. Let's look at the problems of access to public information. We have financial problems. Okay, some people, despite the fact that public information are free and people can access it at their confine or at their homes, it also it somehow serves as impediment to some people. When you go to when you talk of financial problems, some people don't even have money to buy mobile phone than to even come online and see whatever information that is there. So it is one of the challenges. Financial constraint or financial challenges is one of the problems to public information. Also, we have a lack of libraries and archive facilities. Ghana, we have what, this poor reading habit, okay, because we don't have enough library facilities in our community. Like each and every community in Ghana here should have what, one public library. But just the whole of Accra, how many public libraries do we have here? They won't be more than 10. They won't be more than 10. If maybe it is more than that, I'm yet to know. But if these things are happening, how will people get access to this vital information? Public libraries, we are not really investing money into that. So the country, we have what, this poor reading habit. We don't like reading. Or get it? Me, I can't exempt myself. We all don't like reading. And also, we have what, we have expensive nature of online information. When you talk of expensive nature of online information, it also means that the online information are expensive. There are some places, and now the bundles, they've increased bundles, okay? Even if to even buy 5 CDs bundle, within 1 minute it will get finished. Do you get it? So because of the expensive nature, people don't want to even come online again. That is it. And also lack of what? Access to internet. There are some places, which even my place is even part. Sometimes you find it difficult. Sometimes even opening Sakai is a problem. One of the most interesting things is that to also advise you when you are doing things online, especially like exams on Sakai and stuff, make sure you have a reliable network. I realized there was when I was in school, there was one level 100 student that I had that experience. The person opened Sakai. Within the moment the person opened Sakai, then the network jam, and then the person, she was logged off. The time that you see Sakai, to when they give you assignment, there's time on it. So the time that she had access to the network, and now the work has already been submitted. Do you get it? So it is what, one of the challenges to access public information. Sakai can log you off, and to even mention of other places. And because of our network issues, I realized during when I was in school, my tour to other regional learning centers, I realized how people even climb trees just to access internet or to join classes. That's why I'm doing these videos, uploading them on YouTube, so you can what, you can have access to them. Because that one, anytime you climb that your tree, you can watch me anytime. But let's say like I'm having this class this morning and you don't have time to join, that is it, or your network is not allowing you, you have missed this valuable information. Do you get it? So doing these things is very, very important. You also have what, unreliable power. Some people, their phone that they are using, the moment they on it, within 3 minutes now off. And also electricity challenges. There's doom so here and there. Small time you go, they will off your light and this type. So unreliable power. Some people don't even have access to electricity at all. It's only Accra that we are enjoying. But people, those of you watching me from Takrade, Koforidua, villages in Sunyane, and all those places, I sympathize with you, because some of these networks are very bad. Do you get it? So it is one of the challenges. And also, let's look at ways we can ensure access to public libraries. So libraries, archives, and other information centers are the main solution to the problem of persons' inability to access personal domain information. Because of the lack of money to buy books and other information resources. So they don't get money to buy these resources because of what? Because of what? Their inability, okay, or because of money they don't have. So let's look at, so they are equally the answer to the problem of what? Accessing electronic information. So let's look at the public libraries. So since we are discussing these things, the public libraries, for the purpose of our discussion, however, let us focus on what? Public libraries, because of what? Because that is where the public domain information should be, and is located. So public libraries is where these informations are what? Located. This information, right, are located. So information, we can't say informations, it is information. Okay, let's now move to, let's look at this one. So one, public domain information serves as the interest for the whole community regardless of who you are. If we have enough public libraries, okay, everybody can access it, whether you are a farmer, whether you have money in this country, even the place your sociological or your sociocultural background determines the kind of friends you make. Okay, if you don't have money, you can't even make friends with these rich people on campus. Do you get it? So people don't really have money, they are, it is what it is, the public library that will give them access to access these books. Somebody have money, the person can even pay subscription and get unlimited access to books. You don't have that access. So it is best that we promote what the public libraries, because that one, it gives the charcoal seller's son the opportunity to read. It gives the how do you call it, that peasant farmer's daughter the opportunity to also what read, and we all what get access to information, because it sometimes it's painful when you meet your colleagues and they are talking and they are expressing their ideas and you can't express yourself, or they are talking about certain things. You could see when they go online some of the things they read there, or maybe some movies and some kind of lectures they had, private lectures maybe they had with some lecturer, and they are telling you, oh, this person has been good, oh, because I paid for it, so the person is teaching me well, and this is not really going. And you see, you get it. It is sometimes disheartening to hear this, but when public libraries are promoted, people with poor background can also have access to it. And also, we they provide internet access to the public. So public libraries provide what, internet access what to the public, and also the patronage use of what public libraries is free. So when you go there, it is free. When you go there, you enjoy free Wi-Fi, and no one charges you for what, for that thing. No one can charge you because you are using what, the public libraries. It is free, so you can go there, you read, you browse for free. And also, so let's look at the uses of public libraries. So for recreational purposes, when they ask you in your exams, they can give you many options, but take note of recreational purposes. Also, to consult periodicals, that is, when you say to consult periodicals, journals, magazines, newspapers, and we have technical reports such as what, research report, bulletins, government publications such as what, commissions of inquiry, annual report, act of parliament, gazette, executive instruments such as what, legislative instrument, and so on, for the purpose of research. When you go there, you can consult the periodicals, these kind of journals, these magazines, newspapers, act of parliament, and these things. So they can give you some of these things here, and they ask you whether they fall under the importance of public libraries or what. And then also, for specific information, reason why we go to the public libraries is what, for specific information. I heard that Yvonne will say something bad against Sarkodie, but I don't know the detail of the information. So I go to the public libraries and I get this. I am not Yvonne there. I read and I realize that, oh, this is what actually happened. So this is what people were even saying wasn't true. This is what actually happened. Do you get it? Let's do an activity that we come to the last aspect. Before we do that activity, what I want to let you know is that if you are having challenges in learning or studying and you will need assistance, you can contact me. Do you get it? I'll see how best I can help you. My number is 0545-412017. I'll see how best I can help you. Some of you are having families and other stuff. You don't really have time for yourself and stuff. So if you want an assistance, personal assistance or anything, you can contact me, and I'm always there to provide that assistance. Let's look at the activity. I'm sure you have been to the library before, whether your school library or local library. List some problems you encountered when you visited the library. So if you have not been into any library, you have been to Accra City Campus Library before, main campus BAM Library, or the UGCS. What were the experiences you received? Drop it under the comment section. I'll go through it. Okay, for the purpose of discussion on public libraries, would you say that the rules of public will you say the rules of public libraries? So what are the rules of public libraries? What do you think they play in the life of people? That want to drop the answer under the public comment section. Let's look at private information. Private information is information that is not meant for what? Public consumption. Information that is not meant for public consumption is called what? Private information. Now you can think about these things. So private information include marketing information gathered by a company. So these things they will ask you either in your interim exams or anywhere that if information if private information include, then they will be giving you except. So private information include the following except. So they will give you, for example, marketing information gathered by a company, information on development of product by industrial organization, and maybe they give you let's say like medical report. Oh, sorry, they give you medical report, and also they give you one thing about corruption. Okay, information about corruption. So you realize information about corruption is rather public, right? Public domain information. So you choose that one. Let's look at, so these are what information, marketing information. A company can go and pay researcher. Like as I said, I do market research and other stuff. A company come and pay me a huge sum of money to what? To conduct a research on maybe their competitors for them. And I take like a month to do all this research. And then you come and tell the company to release this information or put it online. Or you want to know why this one and you see that bones, you see the fish, the bones there. You see when you buy it, it is something like it is soft. You don't need to struggle before you break those bones, and it can never hurt you. So you want to know why these bones in this I see bones, yes, you want to know why those kind of stuff what normally they do it, or how they do it. Company has paid a lot of money to do this, and you think they will release it for you to see it. No, they won't give you their secret. And if information on development of a product, like I said, Casapreco, maybe the advantage, what makes their product unique is maybe some of the nutrients or chemicals, or like any of this mixture they add to their product, and you say they should tell you, so you do it, right? They won't. So it is a private information. So why do we keep private information? One, edge over competitors. Whatever Casapreco has done or Enapa has done, the research they have done, it is giving them what? A competitive edge, or an edge over their competitors. So they are things that their enemies or their competitors don't have. So the day that it will come out, they will not have that competitive edge again, because whatever they are doing, other people can also do it. Whatever maybe MTN is having over Vodafone is their network, their stability, their network stability. And you want MTN to come and tell you that they are being active, or they are having more customers because of this service they are giving. They won't tell you. Also, it involves huge sum of money. Let's get this, to do market research and some of these things, you pay more money for it. So you don't go and release it. You do get it. These things are very, very important. Even like somebody that let's say like people that normally attend private class, they pay money for a tutor to teach them privately, and they say like the tutor has given them some try questions to do, and you think these people will give that questions to you to study because you are they will not do it. Okay, like people that I teach privately, at the end of every lesson I set questions for them. So at the end of the day, person think that, oh, maybe I paid the tutor to teach me, so I don't need to disclose that information. Even like in teaching, that is it. So it will what? A person will never disclose it, because he thinks whatever the tutor has taught him, or the kind of things he's doing, it is something that is giving him advantage over you. He is going to maybe get A and stuff. So if he gives it to you, he doesn't have any advantage over you, so he will never tell you. And also it involves huge I say Also, information gathered through research may reveal negative aspect of a product. So their research that they do, it may also tell you, despite NAPA having maybe this nice product and stuff, it could be that some of the things they add to it are maybe are not really the best way to do it. Do you get it? But they are keeping it. They won't tell you. Let's take a watch seller. This watch seller, some of them are having nice watch, and you could see they have some information, but you going deep, going into deep, ubeko no they count, and they count that thing that they put, is it the sodium hydroxide or whatever they call it, that thing that they put, it's too much. They count, it's too much, but they won't, but it could be that that's making their watches special, but they won't tell you, but it is what, harmful for your body, but they will never tell you. Also, commercial confidentiality, just will keep they maintain their customers, they will never disclose that information. Let's look at government and private information. So with government and private information, government sometimes argument about whether government should have private information or not. So let's look at the argument. So there are so many arguments. So the argument against private information, against private information held by government. So we have human rights advocate. Human rights advocate, what they are saying is that people are entitled to their privacy. So it is not good for you, the government, to intrude in someone's private business. Okay, like the death of Professor Mills. The family members are saying that we should keep the autopsy report confidential. And government is also pushing that, no, we have to make this thing private. Do you get it? So this is what public human rights advocate are advocating for. And we also have what freedom of information advocate. Freedom of information advocate. For freedom of information, their view is also opposite of this one. They are saying that there are some information that government shouldn't keep from the public. There are some information that government shouldn't keep from the public. Especially this report, when we were eliminated from the AFCON, people were like, tell us about the budget, but government was keeping it. Or it could be that government has come out to say that, or let's say like there's a threat on the presidency. Some people are planning to eliminate or counter or stage a coup in the country. Do you think that the government will come and tell? They won't tell. Even if they will tell, they won't tell you about this intelligence, or there are some information that the military is keeping from the public. It could be that there are some people, some kind of people that are actually into the Boko Harams and stuff are in the country, but they may keep it from you because of what? Confidentiality sake. And also we have government, those arguing government argument for keeping private information. So government is saying that they are protecting the security of the country. It could be that when they release that report, people are going to demonstrate against the government, which will bring down their image. Or if they tell you that there are some kind of Boko Harams and these ISIS in the country, it will put fear in you. So that's why sometimes they keep some information private. Let's look at personal information. When you talk of personal information that pertains to you, information that relates to you, the individual, you can talk of your age. It is things you would like to keep it private. Your marital status, whether you are married or it could be that maybe the guy you are chatting, he wants to know whether you are married or not, so he move forward. So the moment you make it known to the person, now you are giving the person a chance that umbra number approach you. Do you get it? So these things are private. Me right now, as I'm here, it could be that maybe someone is crashing on me, but the person doesn't know whether I am married or not. So the day I'll come out to say that, oh, me, I'm single, it is giving the person opportunity to pursue me, and people go for whatever they want. Believe it or not, people go for whatever. If the person wants it, he or she will go for it. I was speaking to a certain lady sometime. The person was telling me that she goes for whatever she wants. If she likes it, she go for it. That is one thing about her. Do you get it? So until the person gets to know these things, you are keeping the person away from you. Also, like your net worth, okay, the money that you have. The moment somebody gets to know you have enough money in your bank account, he can kill you and take it. So these things are private information. And there's also personal information, right? And there are also your email, your whether you are a car owner, your voting habit. If you go and say you are NDC, it could be that you may lose what some contract that MPP government is giving to you. If you also say you are MPP, NDC may also cease working with you. So they are what? Personal information, political party, average spending. Right now, they say like you go and tell somebody that me at the end of every week, I spend 20,000 every week, and the person even spend less than 500 cedis. The person will be jealous or envious of you. Probably, it's only few people that are happy for their brothers or their friends. So majority are very jealous of their friends' success. So you have to what, keep this information. But some of you, man, on that everything you come and say, hey, my husband has bought me car, my this. Some of them will give you bad advice about your relationship. Somebody will go and tell a partner, oh, hey, my boyfriend hasn't done this. He only give me 200 cedis a month. One CD. They are not giving her 1 CD a month. But because you have told the person is jealous, you come and tell you that, oh, then leave this guy is useless. Then you lose the person, later realize that no crown no 1 CD. She was rather spending on the guy. So these are things you should keep yourself. Some of you, anything you tell your friends, you don't have a secret. If you want to grow in life, there are certain things you should keep. Friends, I will advise you. And then that's why you are moving from guys to guys. That's why you're moving from ladies to ladies, because of our friends' advice you get from me. I'm not just here to just lecture you, but I'm here to also let you know what is right and what is wrong. Do you get it? So you go out there as an exceptional person, someone that knows it. Criminal records. If you're applying for school outside and you have a criminal record, the moment they come to know about that thing, they will deny you admission. So these things you shouldn't do. And kind of house you have and these things out, your personal information. So types and implication of personal information. So health information or age, right? We have financial, so your health information, you shouldn't disclose it. Oh, and the doctor said, I have this. It could be that the person you are even telling that thing to, the person knows that this is what you have asthma. So if the person wants to kill you, the person will have a way, will capitalize on the asthma you have and do something and say that even it is a asthma that came. Your social status, you shouldn't say certain kind of relationship. There are things you should keep it. Can the personal information be absolute? So can it be absolute? So the scarcity of information, of personal information, the sanctity of personal information is one of the factors. And then we also have what, on a very few occasions, okay, and often not absolute. So personal information, what you think it is personal to you, someone knows it, but just like you can minimize it, so it is not always what, absolute. Let's look at the ethics of disclosing personal information. Ethics of disclosing personal information. We have professional code of ethics. There are some codes works like, if you're a doctor, a lawyer, or a banker, you are not obliged or you are not entitled to disclose someone's bank details or bank the money that the person has in his bank, or someone's statement of account. We shouldn't do that. It is not, we call it what, non-professionalism, or it is against your professional code of ethics. If you're a doctor and someone, that's what people come in, if they have is, they tell you that doctor, yes, they said I have is, they said I have asthma, they said I have this. They believe that you have developed that code of ethics. That's why they are disclosing. So another day when you go and tell someone about it, you are not being professional, and this thing, they can sack you because of that. Assuming a minister comes to save with your bank, and the person has a lot of money, another day you are the only person knows, another day it is outside, the minister can threaten your bank manager and the bank manager will sack you. And then you are lawyers when they are dealing, when you hire a lawyer, whatever the case is, you have to let the lawyer know. He will know how to justify. Lawyers, what they do, there are some lawyers, they know this person killed the person, but they will come and defend you because you paid him to come and defend what is wrong. That is what some of them do. But it is unprofessional for you as a lawyer to go and disclose it or tell the judge that, oh, my client even said that he killed the person. It is unprofessional. Do you get it? So they get all this information and they hardly all about someone's age. You are working at the National Identification Authority and you go and disclose someone's age or someone's residence where the person stays. So let's look at right to information. So prevention, right to information bill has finally been passed in Ghana, and let's look at it. So the prevention of inseparable damage to the person. So with the right to information, right to personal information, we have what emotional, psychological, and sometimes physical. So these things are what irreparable, and it causes damage to what the person. If you go and disclose someone's information, someone's age, someone's bank account, or someone's criminal record outside, you are causing emotional damage to the person. Psychologically, you have destroyed the person. The person can't think. Person can even get mad. Or just imagine you having access to someone's nude and you disclose that, or you go and share it outside. Somebody will send his or her news to you because she trusts in you, or she have confidence in you. So it is not professional as a gentleman to disclose or share this information outside, regardless of whatever the person do to you. You shouldn't ever do these things. It is the person's what private information, and you should keep it. Whether the person broke your heart or whatever the person did to you, you should keep it confidential because the person what trust you. That's why if the guy breaks up with you and you have some information, that doesn't give you the authority to do that. It is the person you are causing emotional damage, psychological damage, and sometimes physically. The person causes a lot of stigmatization. People will even be mocking at the person. Just imagine people that end up having their leaked videos out. And they don't care about it. For them, they don't mind about this, whatever you say about them. But there are some people, it will affect them. Some are coming from good homes, okay? Their parents won't deal it with them. So if someone trusts you and he or she send you some of this information, make sure you keep it private, even till death. There are certain things when you hear it with your mouth. One of the things you need to learn to become a matured person is that whatever secret that the person tells you, and the person said it to your ears, he didn't say it to your mouth. So regardless of your relationship with the person, whether you have good relationship or bad relationship, stay away and don't disclose that thing. Let's look at, we are at the final stage, okay? Then please don't just follow the discussion to an end. Whatever we are doing, if you pay attention to this and you score low mark in your IAs or your exams, that one I'll blame you for you causing that problem yourself. Also, let's look at primary sources of what? Primary information. So one of the sources of primary information is gathered at first hand. This is, they will ask you. So it is what? Gathered at first hand. Primary information are information that are what? That are gathered at first hand. Assuming you go in to conduct a research about the next election about Ghana, and you have that the report says that, oh, Mahama has 50% and Maumia has 50%. It is what? You are the only person who knows. Do you get it? That's why we say first, gathered first hand, and also collected for the first time, okay, for a specific problem. So you go and conduct a research on Enapa or Kasaprekon. You have access to that information. So such information are first hand, and those information or the primary sources of information are observation, experiment, survey, and subject estimation. These things, I say pay attention. They will ask you in your interim assessment or exam. So it is what example of these things are what primary sources of information are observation, experiment, subject estimation, and probably they can give you something like government agencies or publications. So it is not part of this one. You get it? It is a false part. So be able to differentiate between primary and secondary source of information. So secondary source of information include what? Publication. When after getting the information, when you publish it, it becomes secondary because a lot of people will copy it online. Someone will also reblog it and start become secondary. We have what? Internal company information. So company information or something about their recruitment, they come to post on their website. It is what secondary information. Purchase outside information is also what a secondary information. And government agencies, they are what secondary, right? Let's look at the problems with information sources. Problems with information sources. That is our final sessions. Problems with information sources. Impartiality. Information has to be what? Impartial. If you're NDC and the thing concerns with NDC or has to do with your candidate, say it as it is. Do you get it? But people sometimes are biased. They come and say things that are not supposed to be in the internet, and they cause confusion here and there. The person did it, but because the person is your friend, you don't want to say. So these are some of the problems. We also have validity. The validity of information. We have what we call information overload in the internet. Even when you open your WhatsApp platform, people are dumping, wait, this one is posting this, join this group, do this, information everywhere. Sometimes you find it difficult to discern between the right information. So if you don't really meet the right people and they'll give you the right information, you are doomed. You always follow the wrong people. Somebody will be giving you some fake information, some fake advert, and if you're not careful, you fall prey to that. And also we have for reliability. Information has to be reliable. It must come from a good source and reliable. But if information is not reliable, it can cause damage. Assuming as I'm here, if someone come and tell you that, when you pay this kind of amount, he's going to help you do this, and you pay the money and to the wrong person, while there are right people in the system, pay the money to the wrong people, and the person is not able to help you. Do you get it? It is what? You didn't get the right reliable information. It's always good to look for reliable, in as much as a lot of people are advertising in the social media or on the platform. Look for reliable information, because if you get reliable information, you are always good to go. Consistency. Information has to be consistent. You can't come and tell me that government has fired this minister, another minister go and hear that the minister is still in office. There's inconsistency. And age of information. The age of information is very important to, especially like the example I cited about the death of Professor Mills. He has died for almost 15 to 10, is it 10 years or whatever? Yes, 2011 to almost like 10 years now, or 11 years. Is it 2013 or whatever years? So after the death of Professor Mills, it has been 11 years now. Let's take it like it's 11 years. And you are now coming to broadcast that Professor Mills is dead. The age, it is what? Not relevant. It's not relevant to me. I've used it, and like I said, information, one of the definition, what that scholar said, he said that information, it should what? Evoke somewhat cognitive what? Structure. Cognitive structure. It should cause me to react. But this thing is new to me. It is new to me. Right? So it's not information. God bless you for your time. Like and share, please. You are on every platform. I know you are on the platforms, but you wrote the video, you don't share my videos. Please make sure you share it on your school platform. Let your friends also benefit from it. Please don't be selfish, okay? Whatever you do, if I get low views, I'll record videos again. If I get high views, it is likely I'll always record, because I know I am making impact. People are benefiting from what I'm doing. But if I do, and like 100 people will come and watch it, and that is it. No one do it again. Now, you look at the time. Me, I spend like 4 hours in working on these things. So 4 hours. So do you think that 4 hours I can't use? Me, I'm also into business. I'm a businessman, and I do so many things. So it's not like I'm interested in releasing video, but I want to make impact. So make sure you also share it with your friends who benefit. God bless you. And if you are having challenges with your studies or anything, like I said, contact me on 0545 412 017. May God bless you for your time. Bye bye.